Hi again, Maria. It's me. Okay, I'm going to pick up with part two. Be sure and look for, well, be sure and look for both videos, of course. All right, down here in the position representing you, you have the Magician. And I think what this card is coming up to say is a bit of a reminder about your own personal power. The Magician is a card of manifestation and channeling energy through our thinking and tapping into universal consciousness in order to bring about um, what we want to bring about in the physical. So I think this comes out in your position to represent you as somebody who does know how to channel energy and does know how to manipulate energy. So that is basically explaining who you are. So in other words, you do have the tools and the wherewithal, and that would just be a reminder for you to use those tools and tap that energy in order to manifest what it is you want to bring about. um, in your environment, you have Temperance. Temperance is a card of balance also for me. And also, for me, Temperance is talking about cooperation and what's the word I'm looking for? Oh, I struggle a little bit. But I think this is the kind of card where there's give and take. So if we're talking about a relationship here, the showing up in your environment, then I would say that this is Temperance is suggesting that this is a good fit because that's what Temperance is about. It's about the right person for the right job or the right partner for the right, two people well suited and things like that. And so, because there's so many cups here, I feel as though we are talking about a relationship. And I think the Seven of Swords is probably a past relationship. And I think this is all about new beginnings for you. So I would say then for Temperance showing up in your environment position, I would have to say that if there is a person in your life, then Temperance does seem to be suggesting that with a little bit of give and take, that this is something that can be very workable. And so Temperance reminds us to compromise and meet each other halfway and things of that nature. So, and that, if you can use that flow of energy, then I think things can be quite good for you. Hopefully some of this is making sense. If we're not talking about a relationship, maybe it's being applied elsewhere, but I'm kind of just going with my gut, and I feel as though that we might be talking about relationships here or family relationships. It doesn't always have to be a romantic relationship. It could be a relationship with a friend or sister, brother, anybody. But I do feel that that's what we're talking about here. Anyway, I'd love to hear your feedback, and you can let me know. If you care to share, it would be helpful for me to know what I missed and what I didn't, or what made sense and what didn't. So that's how I learn what my cards were trying to convey to me in retrospect. Okay, your hopes and fears. I read my positions kind of loosely. This is a card of patience for me, but it's also a card of feeling like maybe you're feeling like things are at a bit of a stalemate, like as though not. Are you worried that there's not a lot of progress, uh, or things aren't moving in the direction that you'd hoped for? Um, I think the Hangman is in this particular case uh, basically saying let go and let things evolve in their own time, and just kind of release it and let things happen, or let things in life unfold the way they're meant to. And I think that's what the energy of that card is speaking to me. Now, the Ace of Swords. The Ace of Swords for me is a card of victory. It's a card of triumph. It also speaks to me of getting a grip, especially on thinking patterns and on our life in general. So when I see that card come up, I feel as though it's speaking about getting control of our life again, taking control of our life again. And I would definitely link that back into the Magician and about getting our personal power back. So I feel if there's been hurt here from the past, then I feel strongly that this is something that you will definitely overcome and be able to take charge of your life once more. I really wish I knew what we were talking about here. And I'll see, can I get a little bit more information? So I don't know if you're single or finding yourself single and you're out there or what. Okay. Okay. Well, the moon came up, and the moon is a card of being either disillusioned or accepting some things as truth when they may in fact not be. So I think overall there's a lot of positive stuff in this spread, but I think there's also a warning between this card and the moon. I think there's a warning here to just be careful and make sure that in any of your dealings, either with relationships or in business or anything like that, that you have the facts and that you're seeing things clearly and that you're not fooling yourself into thinking something's true when it's really not. Because I find the moon card a card of someone trying to, once again, trying to pull the wool over somebody's eyes or create an illusion for people to believe that that's untrue. So that's why with the Knight of Cups, I put that in there a little bit because the Knight of Cups is, not a bad person necessarily, but if he comes in a reverse position, I don't read reversals, but in a reversed, I sometimes intuit them. And I just would say that with the Knight of Cups, although he can be very charming and caring and sweet and seems loving and things like that, he can also be very manipulative, jealous, and immature. So anyway, I just throw that out for the sake of it, and I think I've just done about the best I can with this spread. I don't think I've got my mojo too good today. It's been a bit of a hectic week. But anyway, there's your reading, and I hope that it's made some sense. I would love, love, love to hear your feedback, good or bad. If you care to share what's happening or whether this spread was way off and really didn't hit it for you. Um, that's okay too. I'd just like to know. Even the cards that made sense or the cards that didn't. I think with so many major arcana though, that you do seem to be going through something big in your life. You're at that phase where there's a lot of change going on, and I think it's all due to your own down to your own spiritual growth and part of any life lessons that you came here to experience. But overall, I don't feel that it's a negative spread. I think it's just one of you kind of coming full circle and back to yourself and your own personal power as a woman and that. So I think by ending on the ace that there's a new phase about to begin for you, because the aces are about new beginnings, and I think it's all linked to you finding your own strength and your own personal power. So anyway, Maria, there's your reading. I really hope it made sense. I have not been too on the money lately. But anyway, please let me know your thoughts. And I'm going to try and upload this now. And we'll see what's what. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. Bye for now. Blessed be.